Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sports and Nerdy. Let me just Charlie up. It's been a long day, it's been tiring. I'm a couple of days back from being back from holiday, and yeah, I'm loving life. Sorry, let me just get this set up quickly sorted. I am loving life. We have had Arsenal fans saying shit about Newcastle. We've had certain Arsenal channels saying Bruno Guimaraes won one trophy in one day. He's done more for Arsenal in one day than he did for Newcastle. But are we forgetting, Arsenal fans, that Bruno could have gone to your club, but he said no. He didn't want to go to your club. He didn't want to join the Arsenal. He wanted to come to Newcastle, experience life at Newcastle, and then he was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Arsenal to, to get more money, to get more money, more fame, stuff like that. And to be honest, he did a job at my club. Tonali done a job at my club. Golden done a job at my club. Trippier, thank you, Trippier, because you've done a brilliant job at my club. But now we rebuild. Now we go again. If people do join, I've got a present for the Arsenal fans. I had it made for the Arsenal fans. But no, let's get on about it. Newcastle have made 8 signings this transfer window. 8. I'm going to ask everyone a question. Where are Man United signings? I see 3. 3 signings. No, correction. 2 signings for Arsenal. Arsenal for Man United, sorry, I do apologise. Arsenal have made 3 signings. They're on their way to make the 4th with Konza. Good signing, by the way. Good signing. But yeah, Chelsea have done some great business. Manchester City are being torn apart by their own players, and yet other fans come to me and criticise me about Newcastle. Hold your head in shame, guys. So, Newcastle, we've bought 2 goalkeepers. We've signed 2 midfielders. We signed a left winger or a left mid. Let's call him a left winger, left mid. We're not sure where he's going to play. We signed a right back, and we signed 2 academy players, 2 players for the academy, which is 8 signings. We now can't sign anyone under the age of 21 because 1, we follow the rules. We follow FFP. We follow the rules. We don't give out 8-year contracts. Just saying. And yeah, we follow the rules. We do our job. And fans are going to say to me, well, Rob, you lost Bruno, you lost Tonali, you lost Gordon, you lost Isaac. We've lost 14 players this season. 14. I'll say it again. 14 players. And people are saying, I've seen some ridiculous things from certain content creators saying that Arsenal are going to get relegated. I predicted West Ham are going to get relegated, so I predict Newcastle get relegated. Mate, you're on a soap. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. What are you going to say to me? Oh, well, you've only got 20 subscribers. Yada, yada, yada. I don't give a toss. I'm not doing this for subscribers. I'm doing this because I love talking to people. I love getting people's opinions. I love doing this. You've seen me on the Reckless Review show. I love doing those shows with KG. Still love it. But hell, I'm also going to say this. Newcastle are not going to get relegated this season. I honestly think Newcastle won't get relegated because 1, we've got a Premier League backbone team. Yes, we've lost those players, but you know what? We've still got Premier League proven. We've still got Dan Burn, my captain. We got Fabian Shaw, we got Botman, we got Chow, who's got Premier League experience. We've got Livramento, we've got Lewis Hall. By the way, I'll get on to Lewis Hall in a minute because I'm going to go on a rant. And if no one joined by 10 o'clock, I'm going to call it a night. We've got Lewis Hall, we've got Livramento. In the midfield, we've got Joe Linton. When he's fit, one of the best midfielders we've actually got. We've got Alanga, Premier League proven. Our front line, Walter Maida. I'll get on Walter Maida in a minute later on because stuff's apparently happening with him. We got Wissa, Premier League proven. Asula, Premier League proven. Barnes, Premier League proven. And people saying we're going to get relegated. We've got Lewis Miley, Premier League proven. Are people stupid? But hell, apparently Newcastle are going to get relegated, according to some fans. I'm going to say this as well. Newcastle won't get relegated. I'm not going to say, oh, well, Arsenal will not win a trophy. They probably will win a trophy. They've got a really good squad in Arsenal. They've got a really good squad in Chelsea. They've got a quality squad in Chelsea. They've got a quality squad in Tottenham. They've got a good squad in Manchester with Manchester United. Man City. You can't fault them. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do. Before we go on, let me get to the transfer news. Apparently, Newcastle have held talks with Man City to sign Nico Gonzalez. So let's do what other YouTubers do. I do apologize, guys. I have just eaten good pizza, Domino's pizza. Respect it. So I'm going to do something that I never do on these shows when I'm by myself, Just saying. Nico Gonzalez, who Newcastle are linked with, his projected price is 40 million euros. I think Man City will probably want like 60 million because they want to recoup. His stats from last season, he played 25 games, 1 goal, 6 yellow cards. But oh well, Rob, he's not Premier League proven, He's not done this. Are we forgetting he's played 25 games? He had over 1,500 minutes in the Prem. He played in the Champions League. He played in the FA Cup. He played in the Carabao Cup. I'm pretty sure he scored against us in the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. But I think if we become Nico Gonzalez, I'll be happy. He's a good player, good quality player, in my opinion. But no, I think he's a good quality player, decent player. Would I pay over the odds? We need the Bruno Guimaraes replacement, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, that's what I would do. In the Prem, he was on the bench. He played. He only missed 3 games due to injury last season. 3 games due to injury in the Prem. Against Chelsea, against United, and against Wolves. 3 games. He wasn't in the squad for the last 2 games. No, for Palace or Bournemouth because I think Pep has rested him. And yeah, it is what it is. He was in the squad against. He was in the squad for the Chelsea games. I think something happened. I can't remember what. He was on the bench for the Exeter game. No, I think they batted Exeter 10-1. He had a knock in the. He didn't play in the first leg, but the second leg he definitely played, and he played 78. I think he played 83 minutes. But you know what? He's a decent player. I would take Nico Gonzalez. But apparently Newcastle also linked with, if I can spell his name, Christopher Nkunku. I do apologize, guys. I am not feeling 100%. So he played in Serie A, 32 games, 10 GNA. not bad. AC Milan decent side. Did he play for AC Milan? AC Milan decent side. When he played for Chelsea, he didn't get a lot of game time. But in 9 games for the last season, he had 24-25. 9 games, he had 8 GNA. People are going to say he didn't get a lot of game time from Chelsea. Chelsea's squad is literally bolstered with players, bloated with top talent. I would personally take Christian Nkunku. Apparently his price would be... Apparently his transfer price is... what's his... Let's go on his price. His transfer market price is 25 million euros. That would probably be what, 25 million quid that AC Milan won. We've got a decent relationship with AC Milan. We've signed Tonali. We've signed Malik Chow. I can see if we do get Christian Nkunku, decent player. I'm not going to lie. Am I annoyed? Not really. Fans are going to say, but Rob, you lost all these players. I don't care. They're not my... I didn't personally sign them. I just support the club they play for. So shut your mouth. But yeah, I still think Newcastle this season will be fine. I'm looking at a top 10 finish, mid-table finish, 10th, 11th, 12th. Yes, we've got Saudi owners, but we can't spend. We can't do what Chelsea done, what City done. And certain fans in certain YouTube and WhatsApp chats I'm part of will say, don't mention PSR, don't mention this. Well, I'm sorry, I will. We can't do what you guys did. We can't spend billions and billions on our squad because we're restricted because the Premier League decided to be little moaners and little cowards. They don't want to admit that if Newcastle can spend like what Man City did, and by the way, where's the 115? Like what Chelsea did. If we can do what they did, game over. And the fans are going to say, oh, Rob, he can't, like who wants to go to Newcastle? We had Bruno Gomes, one of the best midfielders in the league. We had Isaac, one of the best strikers in the league. We had Tonali, quality player. We had Gordon, one of the best left wingers in the league. Last season, he was poor in the Prem, good in the Champions League. Are we forgetting we had these players? Are we also forgetting that, like, Newcastle, under Mike Ashley, we were hampered. We were screwed. And yet, we had 2 relegations, came back with Rafa Benitez. By the way, Rafa, you are literally a god to Newcastle. We had Chris Hughton, a god to Newcastle. And yet, fans complain. When we got relegated with... did we get relegated? When Alan Shearer was part of our last couple of games. And people say to me, oh, well, Alan Shearer got you relegated, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, he was screwed. He was brought in for like 5 or 6 games. There was no way he was going to save the club. I could already see relegation on the cards that season. When we had Rafa Benitez, he had 10 games. Mike Ashley screwed us over. I don't give a toss if he sees this. Mike Ashley, you are a coward. Newcastle is one of the biggest clubs in the UK. Our fan base is second to none. Our fan base can only be matched by Liverpool, in my opinion, because the amount of travelling we do. We literally go to stadiums. We go to Arsenal. We go to Man United. We are more loud than their fans. I should know. I went to Arsenal. I saw Newcastle Arsenal, and their fans were quiet. Second goal went in the Carabao Cup, second leg, a couple of years ago. Their fans were evacuating after 50, 60 minutes. I said it before. Their fans are cowards. When the rough gets going, the tough get going. Or whatever. I don't know the saying. I'm too tired. But you know what? I'm still saying Newcastle mid-table finish this season because we need to rebuild. We've brought in a lot of kids. We're rebuilding. We've got a new manager, And when people say he's the first one to get relegated, even like Newcastle fans don't believe in the manager. You back the manager. Arsenal fans did it with Arteta. United fans do it with every bloody one of their managers, and they still fail. They had a foreign manager play against them and boss them off the park. By the way, that was AC Milan. Your manager, Man United, literally came to your stadium and was like, yeah, you know what? Just roll over, Man United. You're crap. Man United, you are not what you used to be. There are levels to the Premier League. And what are you going to say to me? Oh, well, we had a good season last season, but 1 in 5. Do you remember the last Champions League campaign you took part in? You had Bayern Munich. Then you had 2 teams who you should have been on paper, and you failed. We had the group of death. You had the easy group, and you failed. End of. Last season, we had the Champions League. You were playing 1 game a week. You were also playing teams like Grimsby. You got bodied by Grimsby. Oh, well, it wasn't Michael Carrick's team. Sorry, still the same players. Your fans are now saying, oh, well, we believe in Mike Ashford. Sorry, not Mike Ashford. We believe in Marcus Rashford. Your fans wanted him out 12 months ago. Man United, have some shame. Arsenal, I swear to God. This is a rant video. I don't care. I'll do transfer. Like, there's no one here I'm just going to go on a rant. I don't care. Arsenal. The Community Shield, listen to me carefully. The Community Shield is a pre-season trophy. Newcastle have pre-season tournaments. Tottenham do. Chelsea do. We don't count them in our trophy cabinet. They just stand as a placeholder. I ask Arsenal fans, what's more important, the Community Shield or the Carabao Cup? The least most important trophy domestically or the Community Shield? And I've had Arsenal fans come up to me and say, Community Shield is much more important than the Carabao Cup. Are you stupid, Arsenal fans? Are you stupid? Get your head out your arse. And I'm always going to say this. I don't care. Halftime hooks. Now, you can come after me. I don't care. You can come after me. But halftime hooks, listen to me carefully. You said on KG's show, that you're winning the treble. Not a treble, the treble. And then you literally come out of nowhere, and I've got messages to prove it, saying, oh, well, I want a Premier League, that's what I'm happy with. You mentioned, and I've taken my punishment. I've taken what I said, and hell, I will follow it through. But where are you now? You turn up like someone who's just coming with the milk. Halftime hooks. You won a trophy last season. You said you were going to win 3, possibly 4. Let's look at it. You're in the Carabao Cup final. What happened? Nico O'Reilly battered you boys. You then play Spygate FC. And I've heard Arsenal fans saying the game should have been replayed because you were spied upon. Shut up. You got bodied in that game. Yes, you won the Prem. Because you robbed West Ham of the equaliser, in my opinion. During the whole season, you had decisions go for you. But you know what? Let's not go about the Prem because you won the Prem. Fair dues. Well done, guys. You finally won a Prem in 22 years, you know. And you say you're a bigger club than Liverpool. Know your role and shut your mouth. Your manager has won 2 majors in 6 years. He's won 1 major with his squad. And let's get to the Champions League. You played PSG in the Champions League. You played PSG in the Champions League. You went 1-0 up due to a good Havertz goal. And I will say this, good Havertz goal. And then you tried to, play anti-football. You should have had a penalty against you when Saka handballed it. But, it's Bukayo Saka, he's star boy. He's shocking. Last season, He was shocking. But hell, he's better than anything Newcastle's got. Yada 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 yada. He's won one more trophy than Jacob fucking Murphy. Jacob Murphy started in the final against Liverpool a couple of years ago after we knocked you guys out. But hell, we forget about that. But the hell, Bukayo Saka has got one major trophy under Mikel Arteta. He did not start the game against Chelsea in the COVID final in the FA Cup. He was in the squad. Sorry, not being funny. Kalashnikov was put in the squad. Leno was in the squad. Martinez was in the squad. Saka's got one major trophy. One. What are you going to say? He was in the FA Cup squad. Did he start it? Or was he on the bench? But you know what? Let's move on from Arsenal. I spoke about Arsenal. Your club is shocking. You made some shocking signings. You know, Christian Tullis, what his bloody name is. The chant you've got for him is funny as hell because it's pathetic. Other Arsenal fans on YouTube are saying, "Oh well, Konza is shocking. Torres is shocking. You got Leeds' third choice goalkeeper, and he couldn't even start for the academy." But hell, we must. And you got Bruno Guimaraes, the only good sign you've made. But hell, you know what? You're the mighty Arsenal. You must fear Arsenal. And I'm gonna say something now. Yeah, I'm gonna say something. At the end of the video, I'm gonna give my top 7. Be ready for it. But you know what? New transfer news. This may be a transfer window, like transfer update daily one. But I've gone a bit of a rant. Apologies, guys. But Arsenal covered. Man United. How does Arsenal think? Manchester United. You're not signing Lewis Hall. Get that out of your head. You're not signing Lewis Hall. He would have gone. You had one chance, one opportunity. Big up Eminem. One chance and one opportunity to sign Lewis Hall when we had Eddie Howe. You're not signing Lewis Hall, I think. And people are going to say to me, well, we give you £40 million. Give us 80. We got 130 for Isaac. Got 100 for Tonali. 80 million pounds for Bruno. 78 million pounds for Gordon. If you want him, you pay what we want. Otherwise, get out the door. But hell, we've covered that. Chelsea, you've had a good transfer window. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm actually really impressed. Really good transfer window, guys. You signed Premier League proven players, Rodgers, Henderson, Welbeck, and yeah, you've also made some good sales. I'm not going to lie. Tottenham, you know what? I have a soft spot for Tottenham in my heart because they're a good club. They've been through a lot. They could have got relegated last season, and if they did, would have been funny to watch the one of the biggest stadium in the Championship against Charlton and bloody Portsmouth. And I will talk about them two clubs in a minute. Oh, but no. So let's get on to Newcastle transfers. Joe Willock is rumoured to be leaving to go to Besiktas. They want to pay us low. We want what we want. I can see the deal being done. I'm not going to lie. Walter Maida, I'm not going to lie. I would sell him. He doesn't suit our system. Does not suit our system. We want to play high pressing football. He wants to lay back and chill. We can't do that because we've got a very important game this Sunday. We've got an important game next Saturday against Tottenham. And yeah, that's what I would do. But no, I'm going to do this though. Yeah, I'm going to do this just a couple of minutes before. So yes, let's go on film up. So I am now going to be doing what my predicted 11 would be. Hold on. Give me 1 sec, guys. I would personally do a 4-2-3-1. In goal would be Hornacek. I don't see Nick Pope starting. I think we should get rid of Nick Pope. I think we should sell him. Left back, Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall, one of the best left backs in England, in my opinion. But hell, I'll get called him Delude, so it's fine, guys. Centre back, I would personally go Chow and Burn, because if I can spell, it'll be fine. I would personally go Chow and Burn, because Chow's got the pace, Burn could just marshal it. It's fine, it's good, it's cushy. Right back, I would go Amar Didic. Good player. He played against Newcastle for Benfica. Even he said like he's happy to be a club. I'm happy with it. Stuff like that. The midfield is where we get a bit icy. Where we get a bit icy, boys and girls. Who do I play? I would personally do Lewis Miley, Sean Sturr. Now, the reason for this is they're youngsters, and I would personally give the youth a chance, because Sturr's been good. I would put Bamba on the bench. Sturr's been quality. He's actually been decent, and that's what I would do, because we're going to need it. Right mid. Sorry, the right. I would do Anthony Elanga. He played well for pre-season. Him against I can't remember the left back for Liverpool. Kirkes? Might be Kirkes. I'm not playing now. On the right, he'll just literally bomb, and like Delic can literally overlap. That's what Delic does. I'll be happy with it. And on the left, now this is where I'm going to go a bit crazy. I would not start Harvey Barnes. I would instead start Torre, because Torre, like Elanga, this is what we're going to need to do this season, is literally just attack by the wings. We literally just attack by the wings. Torre is pacey as hell. Elanga, pacey as hell. You just say to him, just attack. Come back and defend if you need to, but just attack. Now, in the 10, I would put Jacob Ramsey, just because if we need to, we could say to Ramsey, drop into the midfield, and literally play like either a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. So in that way, he can just do the job. And up front, I'm going to start Wissa. I would literally start Wissa, because then on the bench you could have Harvey Barnes, you could have like Jacob Murphy's. Why is that the clubs are filthy? We should sell Jacob Murphy. You could have like Harvey Barnes to come on. And yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. On the bench, you could put Botman, you could put Shaw. If you need to, like, say, for example, Newcastle somehow win against Liverpool 1-0, and if the manager wants to, he just literally like close up shop. But I don't think he'd be that type of manager. I'm happy with it. My score prediction for Newcastle Liverpool will be 2-1 Newcastle. I can't go against Newcastle. But you know what, guys? That is literally my thingy. This video was meant to be direct transfers, but instead of a rant against certain individuals. You know who you are. Hold your head in shame. But you know what, guys? Thank you for watching. If you do watch, Give every content creator you love, but also give everyone you love in your life. If you've got a best friend you've not spoken to in a while, give them a call. If you've got parents you've not spoken to in a while, give them a call. You know, we only have one life, and it's always good to live it. But you know what, guys? Until the next time, take care of yourselves, show everyone some love, and enjoy yourselves.